Right. This alternator that you see here is the original alternator that was on this car. On the last video, you saw me removing this alternator and putting it on the other car, this car. So I removed the alternator from here and I swapped it with one from that other car. We had a problem. That alternator from this car, I've put it in here, and after 5 days it started to clank. Now I'm going to show you what happened. This is the alternator from the salvaged car. This is not the original alternator that is in my car right now. I removed this one 5 days later because it started to clank. Okay, now I'm going to show you the reasons why it was clanking. Remove this cap. This alternator, even though that car has 60,000 miles, this alternator looks like it has been remanufactured, because if you look here, you can see it's been soldered. They soldered it. The original one wouldn't be soldered. It will have clips like this, like the one that I just put in there, the original one, my alternator. It has clips, not soldering. So this one has been opened, and I think they serviced it. But my question is, how can that be when that car has only less than 60,000 miles? You know, which starts to get me worried, because maybe they've tampered with the mileage to reduce it. My car has 144,000 miles on it, and the alternator has never ever been opened up and be refurbished. If it was, it wouldn't have the clips. It will be soldered like that. All right. So they remanufactured this one for some reason, you know, and they put the bearings, which I think they are junk because they are clanking. Now, I know that they are junk because we have a washing machine. The bearings on our washing machine got finished. So we went on eBay and we bought some bearings. 6 months later, they are clanking again because they are junk bearings from China. So they've put junk bearings on this one as well. And here it clanks. It was clanking so much that it nearly even cut the belt. The belt it had wires all over, you know. So I think there's something wrong, unless the person who owned that car, the salvaged car, removed the alternator, the original alternator, sold it, and put this one. But I wouldn't understand why put a second hand. It doesn't make any sense. Now, another way to show you that this alternator is not the original one is right here. Okay, I'll just remove this part. It's 1, 2, 3 screws. All right, I've removed this. This is the housing for the brushes. The brushes are in there, as you can see. This thing comes from my alternator. Okay, I've taken the brushes from this alternator and put them in my alternator, because my alternator only needed brushes. As you can see, they're finished. Look how short they are. But the ones that were in here, they were, they're very, very, long. So they're in very good condition, because they've put a new kit on this alternator. They've put the bearings, both sides, and the brushes. So I think the bearings that are in here, they're junk bearings. This is why they started clanking. They ceased very, very fast before the brushes got finished. So I swapped only this. And if you look in here, inside here, if this thing focuses, you can see that this cup here, it has this part here inside. So to remove this cap, it's very hard, because it will hook on the brushes. The brushes that I took from this one, this part here has been cut because that's what they do when they refurbish this. They cut this part here, and I'm going to show you. I'll remove the cap and show you. Right, this is the cap that I'm talking about. It covers this, it closes like that. All right, now as you can see, it has these two parts here, this part and this part. So when they refurbish, they cut this part and this part so that it just slides through, because it wouldn't just slide through the brushes, like, you know, when they're like this, especially when they're very long, they'll stand on the way. So I hope you understand what I'm talking about, because let me just put it like this. This cap here goes like that in there, and if you have these two parts, they'll hook on this as you're trying to push it. So what they do, they cut this one and they cut this one so that it just slides in and slide out. The brushes that I took from here, from this alternator, the ones that I've put in my car, that cap, these have been cut, which shows that it has been refurbished. Okay, it's not you know, original as it was from, you know, the manufacturer. It's been tampered with, which I'm going to do, because I'm going to when my alternator, the one that is in that car, you know, fails, I want an alternator to be ready. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to remove the bearings. I'm going to start with this. I don't know, they're called the sliders, brushes, sliders, or slippers. As you can see, they're deep. Mine as well, they're deep. So I'm going to buy this part and the new bearings. Okay, there's a bearing here, and there's another one. There's another one here. I'm going to buy new. I'll try to buy Bosch, because Bosch is good quality. Even if they will be expensive, it will be worth it. Then buy the brushes. To remove the brushes, you just need a soldering iron. You just remove them from here and you put new ones. But this cap, I'm going to cut these. Actually, I must as well just do it right now so I can show you. Right, as you can see, I've cut them off so that this thing just slide. It doesn't have to, you know, so when we put this cap in here, and the brushes, the new brushes will be in here, they'll be very long. All right, so this will just slide in like so. I don't know if I can do with one hand. Oh, to be limited in resources, guys. Being poor. Yeah, let me just see. Come on. Yeah, there you go. That's how it slides. You can see if I didn't cut those little parts, it wouldn't slide like this. As you can see, it's now sliding, you know. So that's how it slides. So I'm going to get new brushes and remove these. You just use a soldering iron to remove all this, and then you pull these ones out. After that, oh, this cap goes the other way, it doesn't go this way. Come on. Just have to, yeah, I slide it the wrong side. It has to slide in this direction here. Oh, there you go. That's how it closes. Okay, and you can see those bits there, they would have been hooked on the brushes, so it will be very hard, because the new brushes are very long. They're almost half of this from here, half of here. So that's what I'm going to do. I will try to film repairing this, opening it up, so that I just show you how it goes, guys. All right, so that's how it is. My alternator is running with this new, with the brushes from this alternator, but this one is kaput. It's not working because of the bearings. They put junk bearings. All right, so oh sorry, I do what I did. So the screws goes in here, goes in here. So that's how it is, guys. So I'm gonna eat my words. That car, my car, the salvage car, it may not have had 60,000 miles. Maybe it had more mileage than, when they were selling it to me. Because, at the salvage, those people, they have computers, they know how to trick people, and they know is you buy, you don't return. You buy as it is, no returning. Okay, guys, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to order the kits tomorrow, because today is Sunday. I'm going to order them tomorrow, Monday. The whole thing with the slippers or the slides, the brush slides. I don't know what they call it, but it's where the brushes contact the armature in there. Okay, and I'll remove the bearings and I'll try to film all this to show you, so that this alternator is always ready. Because mine, it's only Slacks Lake. That car has 144,000 miles. So to change the bearings, I'm going to cut this again. It's going to need to be soldered again, because that's how it is. A new alternator from Peugeot or Citroën here in Stock-on-Trent, a new one costs £975 plus VAT. I'll put the phone number in the description so that you can call them and confirm that I am not lying. It's 900. It's over 1,000 when you add VAT. A remanufactured like this one is 565, but they will give you £65 if you give them the old one. So it's 565 plus VAT. So it's over £700. That's how it is. These guys, they don't smile. They take the money. Okay, guys, so that's how it is. I'm gonna just put this back together and then prepare it to fix it. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Please do the usual, subscribe, like, share, that kind of stuff. Take care. Bye bye.